Alabama Southern will now be investigating. The oil will be moved onto a truck and a bulldozer will be picking up the cars. Police have not yet released a name and no charges have been filed. The suspect has been taken to the Hoover jail. Well, police say the man shot himself. They found him dead inside his apartment here in McMillan Estates. Police are now investigating. You know, the fire destroyed pretty much all of the baseball team's equipment, including this glove. Now, investigators have left the scene and business is back to normal. We're still trying to figure out what exactly happened. When the suspects busted through the wall at Tortugas, they came through this cabinet next door at Therapy South. They then opened the door, walked over to the bathroom, went inside, and busted through this wall. Well, good morning. You know, this community was really hit hard. Just take a look at this tree. The storm ripped it out of the ground. This is Leon Smith Parkway, where Officer Stovall's long journey began. A murder suspect shot him in this intersection. The taxi crashed into the back of an 18-wheeler, veered off the road, and hit a tree. Well, cleanup efforts are still underway at a Helena Park. Flooding washed up debris and damaged equipment. Well, Brandon Smith is doing better, but he's still in pain and it's hard for him to get around. The former Ohio State football player has never been hurt this bad, and while he's thankful to be alive, he's dealing with a greater pain, far worse than any injury.
I don't really remember much about the incident. It just, you know, happened really fast, and that was it.
What Officer Brandon Smith remembers from May 10th is working a wreck near Arkadelphia Road.
The car had flipped over a couple times and was in a ditch. It had about 4 passengers.
He says fellow officers raced to another scene. He planned to follow when he finished with the wreck, but that didn't happen.
It's like I kind of flashed in and out up until I kind of woke up in the hospital with a ventilator in my throat.
Smith was hurt in a hit and run. He's now endured multiple surgeries.
It broke my tibia and fibula, left ankle, dislocated my right shoulder, and I believe cracked some type of bone up there as well. And I think they said I fractured my right elbow.
He has physical therapy 3 times a week.
The shower and getting up the stairs are my 2 biggest issues.
But what frustrates him the most,
I just hate that I missed all of his stuff.
the call he missed was for his friend, fellow officer Kerry Hollis, shot and killed while off duty.
I wasn't able to participate in any of Officer Hollis's homegoing services. Just the thought of that hurts me a lot because I enjoyed seeing him when I got to work.
A tough night for his girlfriend, too, also a Birmingham police officer, one of the first to respond to the shooting.
It's my boyfriend on the freeway hit, not sure of his status, and we got one other officer that I'm very close with, you know, not knowing at the time what was about to be said about him.
Tanika Clark continues to help with Smith's struggle, as well as Wounded Blue, a new group that serves injured officers, helping with finances and family support.
I know my mother, she came from Cleveland down here to kind of help me, and getting her back home was a little bit of an issue, and they were able to help us.
Smith questions how he survived, but he's grateful to be here and hopes you will remember this.
If you see those blue lights on, first thing you probably need to do is slow down and go away from the blue lights.
Smith says Wounded Blue is trying to find help in renovating his shower for easier access. There is progress. He's now walking a little bit in therapy. He'll see a doctor next week about his shoulder. Dave? Well, that's right. Lance McDade is still here in Bessemer. His wife is in the Jefferson County Jail in Birmingham. Both are booked on domestic violence charges, and this isn't the first time the mayor has been behind bars.
We need another mayor in there.
Lipscomb Mayor Lance McDade arrested a second time in the past 7 months.
And this is not a good example for the city of Lipscomb.
Former Mayor Deborah Miller is concerned.
The citizens need to speak with their city council leaders, their district members and all that, and they need to make a decision. They need to do something to, as they say, nip it in the bud.
Deputies arrested McDade and his wife Pamela around 11:30 Saturday morning following a 911 call about a domestic disturbance. Authorities tell us the couple was arguing about a pending divorce and property, and it turned violent. Some of their neighbors were shocked over the arrest.
I am very sad to hear that, and I hope there's no truth in it, because we do want him to continue to be the mayor.
Barbara McGee says the McDades are good neighbors, but Lance McDade has been the center of controversy. Last year, Brighton police arrested him, claiming he interfered with crews at a house fire. There was also concern a year ago after he shut down the police department, a decision reversed by the city council the following day.
He has done simply nothing for this city since he's been in.
While some residents want him out of office, City Council member Brenda Wren says the council is checking into the allegations and trying to verify information.
And the McDades are both being held tonight on a $1,000 bond. Reporting live in Bessemer, Sherrie Evans, ABC 3340.
Or Sherrie, was anyone hurt?
Well, thankfully, no, and that's amazing after seeing these images. You know, the fire destroyed pretty much all of the baseball team's equipment, including this glove. But tonight, the team is thankful the bus driver reacted quickly.
The images terrifying.
Sound like a shotgun pop.
You know, out of nowhere, the bus just went boom.
A boom followed by smoke and flames.
We moved fast to get the bus unloaded with 31 people.
The Jackson State University baseball team and coaches evacuated within minutes near mile marker 115 on I-2059.
I got out of hand, and so I got all the students off the bus and didn't allow anybody to come back to the bus, get in the baloney. Got them up on the hill.
L.J. Whitaker says his 31 years of experience driving a bus kicked into gear. Moments after everyone was safe, fire filled the JSU bus.
I thank God, first of all, for, to allowing us, protecting the whole team and protecting all of us and the bus driver and everybody, because this is pretty disastrous.
The team was heading to Georgia to play Savannah State Tuesday. They tried to salvage what they could, but most everything was burned from gloves to bats. But despite the loss in gear, lives were saved.
Bus driver, coaches, they all got us on timeout. So that you can say they were our heroes.
We don't know what started the fire on the bus. State troopers are investigating. Now, the team boarded another bus and headed back to JSU. No word on how this will impact the rest of the season. Tomorrow's game has been canceled. Brenda. New at 10, Bessemer police need your help tonight. They're looking for 2 men involved in a burglary and theft at a house. Here are pictures of the suspects in a dark-colored SUV believed to be a Jeep. No word on what was stolen. If you have any information, call the police department. Or if you wish to remain anonymous, call the tip line at 205-428-3541. In Tuscaloosa, police arrested a man involved in a home invasion. 21-year-old Daniel Pearman is charged with 2 counts of first-degree robbery and 1 count of burglary. It happened on Pembroke Lane this morning. The victim told police he and his wife were outside when Pearman entered the backyard wearing a mask and armed with a machete. His wife ran to a neighbor's house while he ran into their house, but Pearman forced his way inside, demanding valuables. The victim grabbed his gun, keeping Pearman there until police arrived. A Shelby County man died in an ATV accident. It happened Saturday night on County Road 331, 6 miles south of Alabaster. 37-year-old Larry Haldire Pierce Jr. was killed when he lost control of the ATV. State troopers say alcohol may have been involved. The accident is under investigation. Well, crews continue to monitor a brush fire in Gardendale. Authorities have laid a fire line around a quarter mile of woods burning just off Newfound Road in the Mount Olive area. The fire is contained after Gardendale Fire requested assistance from the Alabama Forestry Commission. Authorities say there are no homes or businesses in immediate danger. The death toll continues to rise in Chile because of a wildfire. At least 16 are dead in the coastal city of Valparaiso. Around 500 homes are destroyed and 10,000 people have already evacuated. The president has declared a state of emergency. More than 1,200 firefighters work to control the blaze in very windy conditions. Authorities in Pleasant Grove, Utah are investigating a gruesome case. Police arrested 39-year-old Megan Huntsman after investigators say they found the bodies of 7 babies at a home where she once lived. The infants were found packaged in separate containers. Police believe she gave birth to the babies over a 10-year period, then allegedly killed them. All sources say Huntsman is charged with 6 counts of murder. So it looks like you're still tracking some severe weather possible.
Since then, they have a long way to go. They didn't test very well at Barber in March, so we'll see how it works out when they come here in 2 weeks.
What a crash that was.
That was incredible.
All right, we're looking forward to seeing what's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Well, when we return, we'll take one last look at the weather. You're watching ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.